Carlos Cardos in pole position. Next to him, the reigning world champion, Carlos Lovato. But two British boys, Alan Carter and Donny McLeod, on the second row of the grid. The flag's down, and it's Jean-Francois Baldet, the Frenchman, who leads Alan Carter about 7th or 8th as they went off the grid. The long chase down to the first right-hander and the yellow figure of Jean-Francois Baldet, and that's Jacques Cornu, the Swiss man who's dived through on the inside. It's Cornu, Jacques Cornu, the leader. Cornu in the lead, Baldet is second, and Ivan Palazzese of Venezuela is in third spot. Alan Carter in about 6th place with the distinctive red fairing of the Mitsui Yamaha. And an incident there, somebody off, it looked like the yellow leathers of Hervé Guillou, and it is. Hervé Guillou, the Frenchman, gets to his feet, a little bit groggy but unhurt, and the other rider, Alfredo Garcia, the Spanish rider, out in front now. It's Cornu and Palazzese battling for the lead. Side by side over the start and finish line, the rest of the pack straightened out behind them, the end of the first lap. Cornu on the inside, Palazzese on the outside, and it's Cornu, the endurance racer, a lot of experience, tall, gangling bar owner from Switzerland. The yellow flag's out, the debris still not clear from that first lap crash. There's Baldet in third spot, Carter's there as well, and still out in front, it's Palazzese now, Ivan Palazzese, 21-year-old Venezuelan who leads from Jacques Cornu. Palazzese still out in front, drawing away up the hill underneath the bridge. Cornu in second place. Oh, a nasty moment for Palazzese. He's controlled it. No, he's not. He's down. Ivan Palazzese is out, unhurt. Well, what a moment of disaster there for the Venezuelan. A chance to see it again in slow motion. The back end steps out, he corrects it, he's almost off the side of the bike, just one leg hanging on one hand. He thinks he's got it under control, gets back into the saddle, he's on the rough stuff, going much too quick for the corner, lays it down on the ground and bang into the straw bales. But Ivan Palazzese perfectly okay, though he's lost the chance of winning this Spanish Grand Prix. Out in front now, it's Carlos Cardos, the Spaniard, and he's in trouble. Cardos is in trouble. The Spaniard has got some mechanical problem, and that means that Alan Carter is in front. Teenager Alan Carter is out in front on the Mitsui Yamaha. Christian Saron is second, and Donny McLeod is third. The Scotsman, Donny McLeod, and Saron levels with Carter, takes the lead, dives through on the inside. Carter tries to go around the outside, can't. It's Christian Saron of France on the Sonauto Yamaha, the blue machine, out in front. Alan Carter second, Donny McLeod third as they thunder down onto the start and finish straight again, leaving the rest of the pack struggling in their wake. Saron in the lead. McLeod looks for the inside line, can't make it, has to ease off. It's still Alan Carter there in second place. 19-year-old Alan Carter from Halifax in Yorkshire, the younger brother of Speedway rider Kenny Carter. Saron, Carter and McLeod first, second, third, and a fair old dust-up behind them as they battle to find their way through from the pack to join that three-man group ahead. Still no change. Saron, Carter, McLeod, and a great ride for Donny McLeod, 27 years of age, from Scotland, a privateer, very limited support for McLeod, and this is his best Grand Prix ride ever. If he can keep going, he's in for 10 World Championship points, and that will be a real bonus for this hard-working, likeable Scotsman. Saron, Carter, McLeod. And a blanket could cover this three as they start the climb up the hill. Saron, Carter and McLeod, still no change. And it looks as though Sito Pons, the Spanish rider on the Cobas, is now at the head of that group behind. And as Carlos goes into the pits, touring, the leaders go through. Christian Saron in the lead. Alan Carter in second place. Donny McLeod in third spot. And Sito Pons now well clear of that group behind. And they're a very unhappy Carlos Cardas, a protege of Angel Nieto, out of this race. And now it's a four-man battle out in front. It's still Saron, the leader, from Alan Carter. Donny McLeod is third. Sito Pons on the Cobaz, and he tries for the inside line, can't quite make it. Donny McLeod holds him off. Well, the three-man dice has suddenly been turned into a four-man battle. And joining that four-man battle, the yellow leathers there of Tony Mang, the West German rider, giving his Honda the very first outing of the year. Saron the leader, Carter breathing down his neck as they come down this hard right-hander down to the start and finish straight. Saron, Carter, and that's Pons who goes through into second spot past Alan Carter. And Pons is looking for the lead. The twitch there, you see him heavy on braking, but he ousts Alan Carter from the racing line. Sito Pons is now through to second place. Christian Saron the leader, Sito Pons in second spot and looking very good indeed. He's worked hard to come through the pack. Carter is third. Then Tony Mang is fourth, and Donny McLeod now pushed back to fifth place, and this Spanish crowd are on their feet with excitement and delight. Sito Pons is pushing Christian Saron for the lead in this 250cc World Championship battle. Tony Mang is third now. Alan Carter is fourth, and Donny McLeod is down in fifth place. Saron, Pons, Mang, Carter, McLeod. That's the order of the five men out in front. And certainly Pons is looking very comfortable in second place, and so too is Tony Mang in third spot. They both went very quickly. They moved through to join that leading trio, and they're sitting there on the tyre tracks of Christian Saron now. And the gap stretches a little bit, but Sito Pons winds back in the Frenchman. It's the start and finish straight again. We'll see who's got the pace of the motor, and Pons looks as though it's quick, goes for the inside. Tony Mang is alongside him, and they go almost three abreast, and Tony Mang has taken the lead. Pons is through to second spot, and Christian Saron finds himself third. Tony Mang, the former 250, 350 world champion who's had a terrible season, broke his leg skiing a couple of years ago, now back on form, leads the Spanish Grand Prix. Behind it, Sito Pons, Christian Saron, Alan Carter, Donny McLeod. What a battle this is turning into. Tony Mang still in front. Sito Pons on the Cobaz, the Spanish-built motorcycle using the Austrian-made Rotax engine, but a Spanish rider and a Spanish machine in second place, and still challenging Tony Mang hard for the lead. Que vayan al parking de la autopista. Vamos nuevamente a la cabeza de la carrera. 250cc racing has produced some epic battles in the World Championships over the past 3 or 4 years, and this one looks a good one. Christian Saron looks as though he's ready to challenge Pons for second place. Carter is still there in fourth position, but the man out in front, West German Tony Mang on the Honda. Past the pits again, Tony Mang in the lead. That Honda looks quick. The Pons on the Cobaz has proved that his bike is fast too. Into the first tight right-hander. And Balde looks as though he's making a move up through the field now. Jean-Francois Balde has gone past Donny McLeod. So it's Mang in front, Sito Pons, Christian Saron, Alan Carter, and Pons looks for the inside line. He's through. Sito Pons is in the lead, and Carter's looking for third place, and Christian Saron just pushes him wide. No problem at all. A meek and mild man is Christian Saron off the track, but on it, he's a hard man. Sito Pons is the leader. Tony Mang is in second place. And these men trying to the absolute limit. Christian Saron is in third spot. who crashed while leading at Daytona at the beginning of the year, bounced back to score 10 good points in the Italian round of the World Championship. Pons out in front. Mang is second. So the last lap of this race, and Sito Pons looking good out in front. Tony Mang there in second place, still under pressure. Relentless pressure from Christian Saron. And Sito Pons really looking in splendid form. An excellent ride, and Saron is through. Christian Saron is through ahead of Tony Mang, and that is Carlos Lovato there in fourth place now. Lovato, the world champion, coming through. And the gap now between the leader and the rest of the field stretching all the time. Saron is there, Lovato is in third spot, and Alan Carter fourth. The crowd are on their feet, hysterical with pleasure. A Spanish rider and a Spanish-built motorcycle out in front, and Pons even takes his hand off the handlebar to wave to the crowd. He's already celebrating victory. Well, he's been on his ear before in the past. Let's hope he manages to stay calm enough to keep the bike upright on the way round to the checkered flag, and quite a battle going on behind for second place though. Pons may be out in front and enjoying his moment, majestic moment of pleasure in front of the home crowd. The fans there lining the track, cheering him on. Again, another long way. Pons is enjoying this. 24 years of age, an architectural student at Barcelona University. And there's the battle behind. You could just see a glimpse of Christian Saron, Carlos Lovato and Alan Carter still battling away desperately to see who's going to get second place. Down onto the start and finish line, the crowd bounce up and down. It's a win for Sito Pons on the Cobas, and who's it going to be second? It's Christian Saron, Carlos Lovato, then Alan Carter. Well, what a tremendous success, and what a great ride for Alan Carter. Pons the winner, but Alan Carter finishes fourth.
Well, you can imagine how popular that win was. Sito Pons on the Cobas, triumphant in front of his home crowd, with the Frenchman Saron second. Carlos Lovato of Venezuela was third, and Alan Carter fourth. And this takes Pons to the top of the overall leaderboard after 3 rounds, with Christian Saron of France second, and the other Frenchman, Patrick Fernandez, sharing third place with the Italian Fausto Ricci.